Chris Hedges said that you can't understand America unless you read James Baldwin. So I read this book, and it's a difficult read, and he's clearly a genius, Baldwin. But if you were to ask me, what do you remember about this book? What stands out? It would be Baldwin was in Martin Luther King's funeral procession, and he said that looking out the windows as he was driving through Atlanta, there were throngs of people, and they were dressed in their very best Sunday clothes, and they were poor people.
Two types of stories reduce this spirited man to a crybaby. The first type is stories about the civil rights movement and what those brave people did for us, what they went through for us. But this episode isn't about the civil rights movement or Baldwin or Dr. King. This episode is about the second kind of story that reduces this spirited man to tears. Stories about gratitude. Those two types of stories, gratitude stories and civil rights stories, just happened to meet on the streets of Georgia on April 9, 1968. And when he thinks about those fine people, in their starched shirts, pressed suits, ties, done-up hair, hats and dresses, when he thinks about the effort and the grace and the gratitude, well, he falls to pieces. This Super 8 projector was a gift. This camera bag was a gift. This camera was a gift. This tape dispenser was a gift. This balaclava was a gift. This washer dryer was a gift. This tree removal was a gift. It's easy to thank people for the material phenomena which ease this spirited man's life, but it's impossible to express the gratitude he feels for certain things. Like the kidney that keeps his best friend alive, or the young woman's heart that beats in his chest, or the doctors and nurses who put them there. There's no way to properly thank some of these people. But never mind proper. A thank you note is a thank you note, and a thank you note works just fine. When this spirited man considers some of the millions and millions of symbiotic miracles that kept us fed and supplied during lockdown, and the symbiotic miracles that brought us vaccines in less than a year, why, the tears return, and he feels compelled to thank at least some of them, to show his gratitude for at least some of these miracles that kept us going every day.
I also must say thank you to all of you who subscribed and supported my Kickstarter campaign and bought sweatshirts. Before all of this, during the year I put this together, it was the COVID crisis. And for the last 4 months, I've been broke, borrowing money to pay the mortgage, which is borrowed money. And now it looks like for a while I'll be able to make this channel work. And I'd especially like to thank my brother Casey Neistat for making his beautiful movie, which drove the success of this whole thing. And I won't forget you staying strong at Nana's funeral, delivering the perfect eulogy. Men cry in private. Which is not to say men don't cry in public sometimes.